This is my thoughts on the Mortal Kombat X video game, which will come out April 14th, 2015. Wasn't originally going to do this video for a while, but surprisingly with the news that Mortal Kombat X will not only be for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, but it will be ported to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 by different developers. I decided to do this video because this game does look awesome, and I do intend to pick up this game or even try to pre-order it around the time it releases. So with that being said, this is my thoughts on Mortal Kombat X. Of course, I saw the trailer for Mortal Kombat X a couple of months ago, and it was awesome. It showed Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting with Wiz Khalifa, with a Wiz Khalifa rap song in the background. That had to be one of the most awesome Mortal Kombat trailers I've ever seen, and that's what I love in the video games. An awesome trailer to get me hyped, to get me amped to buy a video game. Then of course I did some research on the game. I'm disappointed that a lot of the classic characters that we know in Mortal Kombat will not be returning, and instead they're focusing on a more developed story of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and a cast of new characters like Cassie Cage, the daughter of Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade, Devora, some spider woman, some spider vampire woman, Farah Tor, some big juggernaut looking guy with a lackey on his back, and Kotal Khan, a new Shao Kahn who looks like Ogre from Tekken. And then of course you got returning characters are Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, Kano, Goro, and Quan Chi. Like I said, I'm disappointed there's no Johnny Cage, there's no Luke Kang. I think he died in the last one, so even though I'm disappointed by that, I shouldn't be surprised because he died in the last one. So no Liu Kang, no Kung Lao, no Jax, no Striker, Cabal, none of those characters are going to be here. Then none of the characters from the 6th generation Mortal Kombat games like Cobra and Darius are here. So Jared, Riku, none of those characters are here. And in my opinion, that's a disappointment, man. That's a disappointment, man. This is what was it? This is the 2010s. This is the 2010s, so there should not be 10 characters. 10 characters is usually the limit, but there should not be 10 characters in 2014 when back in the 90s we got more characters. But other than that, the gameplay looks cool. Let me talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty much the same as the last Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 2011. But in this game, you can use the environment to your you can interact with the environment more. You can use the environment to your advantage. You can bounce off tree limbs and stuff like that. And of course, they improve the combo system from the last game. Raiden, whose gameplay I watched, has several cool combos, several cool Thundershock combos. And of course, they kept the X-ray. Whenever you see a character get a deadly fatality or a deadly blow, they show the bones crack and the skulls crack and stuff. Then of course, lots of new deadly fatalities. So great game to watch. And then another thing I like, the early Mortal Kombats. That's Mortal Kombat 1 through all the way through trilogy. Those games are awesome and fun to play, but mostly for nostalgia. Those games, when it comes to gameplay, have not aged well. When it comes to graphics, they've aged perfectly, better than most games. But when it comes to gameplay, they have not aged well, man. And the first good one was Mortal Kombat 4, where they made the fighting attacks more realistic, and there was some diversity in the styles, which is what I'm getting at now. The characters, they fight like what they are. In the old Mortal Kombat games, everyone was pretty much the same style, so you really weren't playing as anyone different. The only time differences came in was when it came to special maneuvers and finishing moves. That's the only difference. Everybody in the old ones played the same. Here, there's some differences. There's some differences in their fighting style. You see Sub-Zero, Scorpion using Kung Fu, Raiden using a different type of Kung Fu. Sonya Blade, Cassie Cage using a different type of martial arts. The Pharaoh Terror fights like a wrestler, a brawler. Kano, being a thug, fights like a brawler too, and of course is the weapon specialist. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Mortal Kombat X. And like I said, this game looks really good. All right, Doug 8798 out.